What is up, guys, and welcome back into the Rams House. Thank you so much for stopping back into another Rams House video, and today we're going to be going over the 10 observations from Rams training camp day 5, and if you guys are enjoying this series and just really like Rams content, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and to hit the like button because it really helps out the channel. Now, if you want to find this article written by Stu Jackson, is on the Los Angeles Rams website and on their app. So if you want to go check it out and read it yourself, you can. But I'm going to be going over the top 10 things with you. There's a lot of positive things in it, so let's just get into this video. So number 10, he has veteran mentorship. It says, prior to the start of practice, a couple of Rams' most experienced offensive linemen, Rob Havenstein and Joseph Nopu, were providing some guidance to Chandler Brewer and Tremaine Ankrum Jr. respectively. So really encouraging to hear. Obviously, these are guys who have been around the Rams for a long time and can provide a lot of guidance to these guys who are really trying to learn and fill some roles and hope they can get some starting jobs. So I always love to see the veteran mentorship, especially with guys who have been on this team, because it can really help the players become better, obviously. So I'm really excited that they're doing that. Let me know what you think about that. Number 9, we have Raheem Morris's hands-on. So it says, similar to organized team activities this spring, Morris took a hands-on approach to a linebacker group during individual drills, throwing themselves passes to help work on their hands. So yeah, this has really been a pattern for Raheem Morris. Obviously, the energy and how fun he is to be around. But really what he's been doing with a lot of these drills in the offseason and then heading into training camp and even OTAs is he's been working on these linebackers' hands. I think he is a type of coach who loves turnovers. He wants to get them as much as anybody else. And if there's a chance for them to get it, he doesn't want them just to swat it down. He wants them to pick this thing off. So yeah, I'm really excited to see that he's just helping them develop their hand skills. And so yeah, excited to see if our linebackers can get some interceptions this year. Number 8, we got Jordan Fuller on the move. Says the second-year safety had a nice pass breakup on Matthew Stafford's pass intended for tight end Johnny Munt during the same session. So yeah, just Jordan Fuller continuing to get better. I'm expecting a big year out of him. I think he's going to really take over that role that John Johnson had from last year, and he's looking like he's projected to be the starter wearing the green dot. And obviously I think there's just a lot of things just kind of telling us Fuller is going to be that starter there where John Johnson was, and he's continuing to make strides to be better every play. So excited to hear about that. Number 7, we got Ogbo Okoronkwo on the move. Says the fourth year linebacker closed out quickly on a pass breakup intended for Jake Funk from John Wolford. So yeah, just getting that awareness up. That's one thing that I noticed with Ogbo Okoronkwo was, yeah, his pass rushing skills were great and that's what we needed, but getting the awareness up and getting to be able to cover a little bit better, I think is what he needed to work on. So getting better at that, I'm just really excited to hear that he's getting better at that. And hopefully with Raheem Morris, what he's been doing with these linebackers is really starting to pay off. But it sounds like it is for there. So number 6, we have ball placement. Next to the Jefferson throw, Stafford also delivered a nice ball over the top to wide receiver Robert Woods, where only he could snag it with 3 defenders not far behind him. So yeah, Stafford's ball placement continuing to be on display in training camp. I mean, I'm just really excited to see Stafford in some of these games and just see this chemistry that they're building. But also, I don't think we've had a quarterback in a long time, probably since Kurt Warner, who can have that type of ball placement that Stafford has. So excited to see that happening in training camp. Can't wait to see it in real games. Number 5, we have not just a deep threat. Wide receiver Deshaun Jackson stretched out his hands to make an impressive grab over the middle off a Stafford pass. Both in training camp and throughout his career, much has been made of his explosive plays downfield, but he has shown he is capable of making plays in the short and intermediate levels off the field too. So yeah, Deshaun Jackson, I think he's actually going to have a bigger role than I anticipated when they signed him this year. And so just excited to see he's adding to that arsenal of stuff. And yeah, this offensive, all these receivers that we got, we are pretty loaded at that position. So excited to see what we do there. Now heading into the final 4 of this, and if you guys are still watching at this point, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Directing traffic. Quarterback Matthew Stafford's most impressive throw of the day came during the red zone, when after rolling out to his right, he went back to his left and directed wide receiver Jefferson with him. End result, Stafford finding Jefferson for a diving toe drag touchdown despite cornerback Darius Williams being in great position and appearing to partially deflect the pass. So yeah, more ball placement that Stafford has, and nice to see Van Jefferson getting involved, because I really want to see what type of role he has going into the season, because we've seen a lot about Deshaun Jackson and stuff like that, but I really want to see what role Jefferson has, because I think he's a really solid player for us, and he could do more wonders, and I think he's kind of being slept on. So excited to hear about that. Number 3, Kareem Orr joins the pick party. Ooh, this sounds exciting. During that same session, the second-year defensive back snagged an interception on the opposite sideline. So we have not really heard much out of Kareem Orr, probably just because he's not really one of the flashy guys that you hear about. A lot of the times with these articles, they focus on the more flashier things that happen with players we know. But yeah, Kareem Orr getting that attention, I'm really happy for him. Heading into the final 2, another interception for Jalen Ramsey. It says the 6-year cornerback jumped a Wolford pass for the second consecutive practice with a pick. And I'm just going to say, a lot of people are getting hyped about Ramsey. Like, they're saying he can get picks now and stuff like that. Guys, it's not that he wasn't able to get interceptions before, but it was just because nobody targets him. We'll see what happens this year. I'm pretty sure we're going to see more of the same from last year, where not many people want to target him. We'll see, but it sounds like Ramsey is taking advantage of everything that he can, every pass he can that comes his way. So really encouraging to see there. Number 1, this may be a surprise to you guys, but I'm happy for him. It says Ben Skronik has a great day. Across the Rams' different team drills, the former Notre Dame standout connected with backup John Wolford and displayed strong, reliable hands on multiple occasions, including a nice sideline catch against the first-team defense in tight coverage. For what it's worth, he's been reliable catching recently, caught the attentions of Rams legend Torrey Holt. And so, wow, that is high praise. To get attention from not only the Rams, but also a Rams legend, Torrey Holt, which, by the way, he tweeted strong hands, JB, because JB Long was posting about how Skronik was making improvements and having these big strong hand catches. So yeah, to not only get the attention of the organization when we have a deep wide receiver room, but also a legend in Torrey Holt, man, I'm happy for Ben Skronik, and I think he was one of the guys who I expected them to cut, just because, you know, it's a deep wide receiver room, but it sounds like he's making some great strides. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you made it this point, I really appreciate you guys. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, and as always, horns up and God bless.